I will film and talk while I'm walking to the other entrance. It's not far. It's mainly used by people who arrive by car for some reason, because it's closer to the car park, yes. And I think mostly older people use that entrance. Maybe it was the main entrance when they were studying here. I have to ask about that. But yeah, the number of this entrance is A, so probably it was main at some point. You can see some overhang against the wind and snow and rain. And yes, juhla ovi. Ovi means door in Finnish, and juhla is a party. So that's true. Usually when big conferences are held in here, the clothes racks and information board are usually allocated just behind this door. And now we're facing towards the bay. You can see the sports field over there, and the sports field was built at the same time as the rest, as the Otaniemi campus. You can see it's quite much lower than the rest of than the Dipoli building. So when you are down there in the night or during the dark hours, the Dipoli building and the lights from it look quite sinister, maybe, or very homely and nice. This is the entrance D, which I had never used, to be honest. I think it's mainly for office workers and such. Now we are almost on the opposite side of the building, where we are continuing to walk further. In the front of us, you can see the red building is one of the oldest student housings, and the concrete building was built a little bit later than Dipoli. It's called Tafa, and it has the best bolognese apparently on Wednesdays. It's both place for student clubs, and it's also a big canteen. And this is the entrance C. I'm sorry, I'll take better pictures a bit later, but this entrance is just on the opposite side of the first entrance we saw. And next time when I shoot the video, you'll understand that you can see the first entrance. No, you can't see it, sorry. I should have thought this through a little bit better. But there, on the ground floor, there is a big diagonal hall from the very first entrance to this one, which separates the massing of this building in two halves. One which is offices, and the second one is more conference-like, with conference halls and large fancy staircases. So this is the offices part. I'm walking now around. Yes, you can see that all the concrete columns are encased in the copper finish and in timber, but if you zoom in, maybe you can see that they used timber molds for the concrete, and they used these rough timber decks, so you can see the effect on the concrete, on the raw concrete, that it looks a lot like timber. Its texture, I mean. Yes. So we are walking around the building, and now we soon will reach the first part again. So Finnish people really love tunnels, and even if there is such a small road like this, there will be usually a tunnel under it for safety, I guess, although in the winter it's not very safe. And here's the Tafa restaurant, which I already showed you. Yes, let's walk back. Yes, it is a little bit sad that most of the year half of this building is empty and not used for anything, but the conference halls are very beautiful. Yes, you can see here the garage doors or whatever the place where they bring the food into the canteen. Yes, the canteen is on the... Okay, I'll use the proper system, not ground floor, first floor and second floor, but first floor, second floor and third floor. So the canteen is on the second floor, which I will show you later. Yes, almost the whole city of Helsinki and Espoo stands on this sort of granite bedrock. So building tall buildings is not a problem, it's just the problem of regulations, and it's quite easy to build tunnels and basements. I mean, it's not easy to dig them out, but it's easy structurally. And when you go for walks in parks and even in the city center, you quite often find this kind of rocks sticking out of the ground where the earth is too thin. So yeah, finally we walked back to the main entrance. I miscalculated and I was supposed to come here on the weekday when the building itself is open, but maybe I didn't do that. So overall, Tekkarikyla means the technical village, and Otaniemi is the name of the peninsula, but the Otaniemi campus is actually located in the technical village because, yeah, as I said, it used to be a technical institute with engineers and architects, but 10 years ago it turned from a public governmental institution, university, into a private one, which is called Aalto University, and it combined under one wing economics school and arts and design school and engineering schools. So that's why it's only 10 years old, although the campus itself is about 60, 70. Yes. There's a small fountain in the summer and some flowery bushes. I think they are called rhododendrons, and the pine cone.